Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Stadium and this afternoon's non-conference contest as the Ramblers of Eau Claire Regis comes into Tiger Stadium with an overall record of 10-8, 5-3 in the Clover Belt West Conference and still alive in the Clover Belt West Conference as they have a game coming up on Tuesday and also Thursday against Fall Creek. They are also 5-3, so there are the only ones in that conference that have conference games left, and they can, if either one of them sweep, they will tie Bloomer for first place, and Bloomer, already done with their conference season, will actually win their first Clover Belt Conference championship in the West, as they've only been in that league for 4 years now. So Dave Nice has thought he'd get a little pickup game here before, warm-up game, I should say, before that Fall Creek. So most likely we will be seeing their third-string pitcher today. But I'll tell you, this pitching staff of Eau Claire's, this record is a little deceiving. They're 10-8 this year, but they have a pitching staff. They have 6 pitchers on their staff, but they only have 1 senior. 3 of them are sophomores, 1's a freshman, and 1's a junior. And on the whole squad, they only have 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 6 freshmen. So a very, very young ball club. And I think they will be a powerhouse for the next couple of years there in the Clover Belt Conference, as they have been a powerhouse over the years in that Clover Belt Conference. And in fact, if I can find my stat sheet here, Regis actually went to state back in 2002 in Division III and took the state championship. In 2007, they were 1-1, so they were state runner-up. In 2021, they were 0-1. And then in 22, they came back and took the Division IV title, going 2-0 at the state tournament. And, of course, Stratford, they have won championship to their belt also back in 2019, winning the Division III. So a very, very good contest, I think, today. The Tigers coming in today's conference. Of course, the conference season is over with, and they finished with a well, they've not actually finished with the conference yet. They have a game with Assumption on that would be on Thursday, the 22nd. They were supposed to play Nakusa, but with this conference game, Assumption will be playing Stratford at Assumption. And winning the conference is Edgar, finished with an 8-2 record. Marathon, 7-3. Stratford with a win would tie for second at 7-3, a game back. Auburndale is 6-4. Assumption is 2-7 right now with that one conference game left, and Newman Catholic 0-10 on the season. So it was pretty much balanced all year long between those 4 teams in the conference race. And it's Merriweather's Conference South Division, to me, is one of the toughest conferences in the state of Wisconsin. And it proved as it went right down to the final game of the season for them. And for in the Clover Belt West, as I mentioned, Bloomer leads that with a 7-3 conference record. Fall Creek and Regis are both 5-3. So pressure ball games for both Fall Creek and Regis to possibly tie for the conference title. Cadott is 4-4, McDonald 3-5, and Stanley Boyd 2-8. But Regis is no slouch. They, like I said, they have won some state championships. And Coach Nice has been there a long, long time. He's in his 18th season. He is actually, going into this season, he was tied for 55th top record for coaches, active coaches, with 240 wins. His overall record right now is 250 and 152. So he's been at Eau Claire for a long, long time. In fact, he was tied going into the season with those 240 wins with Dave Madsen, the head coach over at Neilsville. And I got to see Dave earlier this year against it was against Columbus. And but Dave and I go way back also. So we're going to take just a little break here, and our pregame show is brought to you by Country Wireless. Attention Stratford area residents, Country Wireless now has blazing fast service for your connected house. Streaming, game, movies, TV, and more is now better than ever with Country Wireless, with download speeds up to 100 megabytes per second. Now is the time to visit countrywireless.com and get blazing fast internet with Country Wireless. So the umpires and the coaches are going over the ground rules right now. I'm going to send it back to John here for a couple commercials here, and we'll come back with the national anthem. And you're watching Stratford Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by shedsdelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium. And also, I just found out today is senior night also here at the ballpark. And we've got 4 seniors from Stratford. This will not be their final home game, as we're back here tomorrow for Wittenberg-Burneywood, but the way the weather sounds for the next couple of days here, we may have to get a boat or a pontoon or something in order to get around a little bit. But also I'm thinking, looking at the playoffs, that Stratford will have a playoff game here also in the regional. So a good chance that they will get a very high seed. The 4 seniors for the Stratford Tigers this season is Vance Keelman, and we've also got Jack Tubbs, and we've got Alec Chapel. And Alec, of course, injured during the basketball season, had shoulder surgery done. He wanted to kind of recuperate that, but he is on the bench here. He is in uniform, so just in case they needed him, he was there. The shoulder is doing real well. In fact, he will be playing in the football all-star game over at Oshkosh this year, as Coach Tubbs, Jason Tubbs, will be the head coach for I think it's the North team over there. But Alec is getting ready to play some football at UW Eau Claire. And the other senior on this ball club is Jameis Sweeney, also the outfielder for the Stratford Tigers. So a very good season for the Stratford Tigers, as they do come into this contest with an outstanding 10-4 record. And they've lost a lot of games, I think about 6 or 7 ball games, that because of rain delay, or with rain being postponed also. So it turns out that it's been a kind of rough year with wet grounds. I know Auburndale was kind of in the same way. They've lost about 6 games also. So it's been a tough spring here in Wisconsin, kind of like last year also. So we're going to take one more break here, and we're going to bring it right back for the national anthem as they're introducing the seniors here. So we're going to send it back to John for a couple commercials, and we'll be ready to play here at Tiger Stadium. And this game is brought to you by shedsdelivered.com.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium as they are introducing the seniors on the club. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you the starting lineups for this afternoon's ball game for the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers, who come into this contest 10-8 overall and 5-3 in the Clover Belt West Conference. Leading off and playing first base is Brody Tarbucks, batting second, and playing shortstop, Jamie Kaska, batting third. And catching for the Ramblers today is Matt Polachek, batting in the cleanup spot. And DHing is Chase Brogelman, batting fifth, and playing second base, Harrison Haas, batting sixth, and playing center field, Braxton Tarbucks, batting seventh, and playing third base, Brad Vesserman, batting eighth, and pitching today, the left-hander, Mason McCoy, and batting ninth, and playing right field, Griffin Broda. As we are about to have the playing of our national anthem. And here's the starting lineup for the Stratford Tigers, who comes in this contest with an overall record of 10-4. And leading off and playing second base, Jack Tubbs. Batting second and playing shortstop, Riley Spindler. Batting third for the Tigers, the cleanup or the catcher, who actually tell a little bit about Brady. He had a home run and pitched a no-hitter against a very good Rib Lake Ball Club last Friday. Congratulations to Brady, and he'll be batting third for the Stratford Tigers. Batting in the cleanup spot and playing out in left field today. Usually he's over at first base, but will be in left field as Jagger Orman. Batting in the number 5 spot and DHing today is Drew Gage. Batting in the 6th spot, usually playing left field, he's moved over to right as Jack Ramos. Batting 7th and pitching today is the freshman Christian Ream. Batting 8th. And playing first base, Vance Kilman, who's usually been playing third base. And batting 9th for the Tigers and playing center field, Matt Shanefoos. And playing second base for the Tigers today is Colton Haupt. As I mentioned, Christian Ream for the Stratford Tigers starting today's game, as this will be his 7th game this season. He has a 4-1 record on the season with a shutout, has pitched 25 innings, given up 12 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned. He's got an ERA of 2.52. He has struck out 46, which leads the Tigers in that category, and he's walked 16. But very fine freshman pitcher. This Stratford ball club, as I mentioned, only has 4 seniors on this ball club, and I would say between them and Marathon next year, Marathon's only got 1 senior on that ball club, and they've got, and that is Cody Ratke is a senior on that team. They've got 7 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 5 freshmen coming back at Marathon next year. Stratford has 6 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 4 freshmen coming back. And the thing is, the Tigers have all 3 other pitchers coming back next year. Auburndale's got 3 seniors here. This year they've got 5 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 4 freshmen, so possibly another contender. Edgar loses the most seniors on this is in the conference with 6, as Edgar, of course, took the Marywood Conference South this year. They have 3 juniors and 3 sophomores and no freshmen coming back next year. So you look at Marathon, Stratford, and Auburndale could be the 3 teams that battle for that Marywood Conference next year. And leading off for the Ramblers of Eau Claire Regis will be the first baseman, Brody Tarbox. As Christian Ream out on the mound for the Tigers, as I mentioned, his 7th start for the season. Facing the left-hand hitting Brody Tarbox. And the first pitch, and a swing and a miss. A fastball right down Main Street, as Christian had a little heat on that. Christian gets a sign from Brady from the windup. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. In fact, Christian looks a little pumped tonight, as he's thrown 2 fastballs right by Brody, and Brody had made no contact at all. Christian nods his head from the stretch. And a swing and a miss, goes down on 3 pitches. And first strikeout for Christian. And one down, now bringing up the shortstop, is Jamie Kotska, who's a senior. One of the, I think 2 or 3, I think 2 seniors on this ball club. So Regis also with a very young ball club. And next pitch comes in right at the knees for a call strike. So first 4 pitches, very impressive looking by Christian Ream. Ream from the windup. And shot down to third base, going foul, as left fielder Jagger Orman runs over to get that ball and throws her back in. So 5 pitches, 5 strikes by Christian Ream. Here in the top of the first inning, as we are just underway here from Tiger Stadium here in Stratford. And girls softball are playing across the street. And swing and a miss. 3 pitches this time. So a total of 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts. As Matt Palsek, the catcher, right-handed hitter. And he is a sophomore on this Regis team. From the windup and the pitch. And a call strike. Now, I've only seen if you go back in the major leagues, I mean, there's been quite a few pitchers that have had, and it will not happen, is what they call the immaculate conception. You get 3 strikeouts that the pitcher has delivered on 9 pitches. Christian could do it, get 3 strikeouts on 10 pitches here, as the count now is 1-2, as the 10th pitch will be coming in. And the windup, and the pitch. And just missed, bounces out of Brady Berg's glove, so count now 2-2 with 2 down here in the top of the first inning, as Christian Ream looking very impressive on the mound. Christian from the windup, and the pitch, and a swing and a miss as Regis goes down with 3 strikeouts here in the first inning by Christian Ream. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left after a half inning of play. It's the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers, nothing, and the Stratford Tigers coming to bat. And you're watching non-conference baseball here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium, as warming up is Mason McCoy for the Ramblers, left-hander. And all those strikeouts were Jamie Wenzel's strikeouts, and call Jamie Wenzel as Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro, like it never happened. And Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. And Structures Unlimited, your fabric building specialist, supports the coaches and athletes in today's game. To find out what a fabric building can do for you, visit StructuresUnlimited.com or stop in their office in the Stratford Industrial Park. And so the Tigers coming to bat here in the bottom of the first, and leading off for them is their leading hitter on the season, Jack Tubbs, as Jack is hitting .524 on the season. He's got 8 RBIs with a home run. He's also stole 21 bases, so he gets on the bases. He is definitely a threat to steal. But it'll be interesting with a left-handed pitcher out there for the Ramblers. And the first pitch comes in down low for ball 1. Next pitch from the left-hander. And down low and bounces away from the catcher. 2-0 count to Jack Tubbs. Following him will be Riley Spindler and Brady Berg. The first 3 batters here for the Stratford Tigers in the top of the first inning. And the pitch. And down low, ball 3. As Mason McCoy down low on all 3 pitches. He's hoping that somebody would fish at one. And a call strike on the outside corner to Jack Tubbs. 3-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Jack Tubbs, here in the bottom of the first inning from Tiger Stadium. And the pitch. And Jack fouling it off. Jack on the season has only struck out 1 time this season. In, well, if you count the walks and hit by pitches, in 52 appearances, And a fly ball down the right field side, and coming over and making the catch right along the fence line is Brody Tarbucks for out number 1.
Riley Spindler.
Brings up shortstop Riley Spindler. Riley having an outstanding season as he is the number 2 hitter for the hitting wise for the Stratford Tigers. If you look at this in the batting order, you've got Tubbs, you've got Spindler, and you've got Brady Berg, and that's how they are hitting wise on stats wise. Jack Tubbs leads, Riley is second, Brady Berg third. The first pitch comes into Riley, catches the inside corner for a call, strike 1. And the pitch as Riley fouls it off. Riley hitting .450 on the season with 11 RBIs, and he has a home run to his credit also this year. As Riley gets into the batter's box there, sets himself, gets ready. As Mason McCoy, the left-hander, high for ball. 1-2 count to Riley Spindler. As McCoy just missing. And 2-2 count now to Riley Spindler. As I mentioned earlier, that the Tigers will be taking on Stratford, or excuse me, not taking on Stratford, taking on Assumption, and a shot out to left field, going back, and out of here, gone for Riley Spindler, home run number 2 on the season, as Riley gave it a ride, as left fielder Taiga Kashimoto was kept going, and he just ran out of real estate there, and it was out of the ballpark here for Riley Spindler, and puts the Tigers out on top 1-0 with a solo shot to left field.
Now batting.
As Riley gets his second of the year. And coming up now, Brady Berg, who actually is now tied with Riley with 2 home runs on the season, the team leaders, and he's got also 12 RBIs, just like Riley just got his 12th also. And the pitch behind Brady, as if you look here, as even Jagger Orman's got 12 RBIs this season, and he's actually the next batter up in the on-deck circle here. And a call strike on the inside corner to Brady Berg. As I mentioned, Brady pitching a no-hitter against a very, very good Rib Lake ball club. As Rib Lake leads that conference up north with in the Merwood North. And Rib Lake actually received votes in the top 10 poll last week. So very good outing by Brady last Friday, as the Tigers landed up winning that contest. And a call strike right at the knees to Brady, and brings the count now to 3-2. McCoy from the stretch and down low, and Brady will work a walk. And I know Brady's not afraid to steal either. He's got 11 stolen bases on the season. And the cleanup hitter, Jagger Orman, to the plate. As McCoy from the stretch. And a swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. As Jagger gets set back in the batter's box. Good sized lead by Brady. And just missing the outside corner. After the getting past Jack Tubbs. The first 3 pitches of Jack were all down low, but and Brady taking off, and he'll go in with a stolen base. As these Tigers are not afraid to steal bases, as last year they had 59 stolen bases and only caught once. This year they have 65 stolen bases and have been cut down only 4 times. So a great percentage for the team. And Jagger, a swing and a miss, makes the count 1-2 with 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And the Tigers leading 1-0 on a solo home run by Riley Spindler. McCoy. And Jagger fouls it off. Out of play. And there's a few fans here from Stratford, as it's a little brisk today, about 55, 56 degrees. We're used to those 70 and near 80. And Jagger falls it completely way out of play. But it's supposed to start warming up towards the weekend here again, back in those 60s and 70s next week. So Memorial Day just around the corner. Supposed to get a little rain tomorrow and Wednesday. And Jagger makes a jump. And that wild pitch will send Brady Berg to third base. So with 1 down, count 2-2 to Jagger Orman. Jagger on the season hitting .250 on the season with 12 RBIs. And pop up to the second baseman. And Brady takes a couple steps off of third and heads back to third as Jagger pops out to the second baseman for out number 2.
Drew Gage.
Bringing up the DH, Drew Gage. And Drew on the season hitting .167 as he's got a couple doubles this season. Just late here in the season, he's gotten a couple doubles. So the bat's starting to come around for Drew. And bounces one off a home plate. It's going to be a tough play. And digging it out at first base was Brady Tarbucks, as a third baseman, Brad Vesperman had to make an off-balance throw, but Brody over at first base did a great job digging that out of the dirt for out number 3. But the Tigers get 1 run on 1 hit on the solo home run by Riley Spindler. No errors and 1 man left. And after 1 complete inning of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 1 and the Ramblers of Eau Claire Regis 0. And you're watching non-conference baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about Marshfield's Dairy Fest, and that is just around the corner, about another week and a half. It's May 30th and 31st. Check out and visit marshfield.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. And I looked at the extended forecast, and it's supposed to be right around 73, 74 degrees. Beautiful weather for a Dairy Fest breakfast and also parade. And also the Chaparrals will be in town that weekend also. I'll be calling the Shaps game, calling one this Sunday too at Hackman. If you're not coming out to Hackman, you can listen to me on Zaleski Sports. As Christian Reams back out on the mound, and a fly ball out to left field, going back and off the wall as Chase Brogelman hits one in the left center field power alley, and goes into second, standing up with a double.
Now batting, number 3.
As Regis threatening here on this first pitch. Hit by Chase Brogleman, bringing up Harrison Haas, the second baseman. He's the other senior on this ball club, left-hand hitting second baseman. And he's going to bunt and lays one down the third base line. Tough play, and infield hit, and moves the runner over to third as a little small ball.
Now batting, number 8, Braxton Tarbox.
As runners now at the corner. And center field, Braxton Tarbox, a sophomore. Right-handed hitter. We'll see if they use a little small ball here again. And pitch comes in, a fastball, letter high for a call, strike one. As I mentioned, Dave Nice, the head coach for the Ramblers, in his 18th season with 250 career wins at Eau Claire Regis. And a beautiful, beautiful motor coach bus that they pulled in here with that So Christian from the stretch and the pitch upstairs for ball. 2-1 count to second baseman Harrison Haas. One of the things I did forget to do is look at last year's all-conference selections in the Clover Belt West and to see if any of these ball players made all-conference last year. And I'm thinking, you know, they're a very good ball club. Brady thinking about throwing down, and a call strike at the knees to Braxton. So 2-2 count. Christian working out of the stretch. Gets the sign from Brady and delivers. And pitch upstairs for a ball. 3-2 count with nobody down here in the top of the second inning. And the Ramblers threatening with runners at the corners. Christian with the delivery. And a swing and a miss. That's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never happened. And the strikeout number 4 for Christian Ream. And the first out here in the top of the second inning, bringing up the third baseman, Brad Vesperman, who made a nice, outstanding play. And throw down and cut off by Jack Tubbs. And we'll give Harrison Haas a stolen base as he goes into second base. So runners now at second and third. Base hit could score both the runners here and give the Ramblers a 2-1 lead. Christian gets the sign from Brady from the stretch and the pitch. And fouling it back into the screen for a strike. And the count is 1-1 with one down here in the top of the second inning. Sun's out, looks nice, a little breezy. And pitch down low, knocked down. When I came over here from Marshfield, it was pretty cloudy, but clouds have broken up. The sun is out, and this kind of might be the calm before the storm because they're talking rain all day tomorrow and parts of Wednesday as time is called, as Brad Vesterman calls timeout. Takes a look down at third base, gets some signs, gets back in the box. And Christian Ream nods his head, tells Brady, yep, that's the one I want. And a check swing. Yes, he did. He went. And the count now 2-2 on Brad Vesperman. Christian with the delivery. And down low. Brad thought about taking a swing at that, but held up. So full count, 3-2 with one down. A walk here will load the bases. And pitch upstairs, ball 4. So the first walk in today's contest by Christian Ream. And loads the bases, bringing up the pitcher, Mason McCoy. Mason, a left-handed hitter. And that is the 17th batter that Christian has walked this season. First pitch comes in, catches the inside corner for a call strike with that fastball. Christian from the stretch. And the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. McCoy batting in the number 8 spot for the Ramblers, as Griffin Broda will follow. And the pitch, swing and a miss, a mighty cut by Mason McCoy. Brings the count to 1-2. Christian from the stretch. And the pitch. And followed off. Heads over to the parking lot across the street. As the count remains 1-2 on McCoy. And a foul tip into the glove for swing strike 3 as McCoy goes down. And strikeout number 5 for Christian Ream. And that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel a Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. And the number 9 spot, Griffin Broda, a freshman. Big, tall, lanky freshman. That's why Regis usually has some good basketball teams also. They've all been known to have very tall athletes over in that Eau Claire Regis area. And a swing and a miss by Griffin. If Christian could get out of this situation here, he had bases loaded with 1 out. And a swing and a miss gets him on 3 pitches. And Christian gets out of it with his 6th strikeout. That is another Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel a Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. The Eau Claire Regis Ramblers in the top of the 2nd inning come up with no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left. And after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 1 and the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers nothing. And you're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
And we're back here at Stratford and just checking over here at the girls' game as it is, looks like it is in the top of the, the top of the 2nd inning. Just finished the top of the 2nd. And Stratford's leading 5-3 No, it was the bottom. I'm sorry. Is after 2 complete innings of play, and it's 5-3 Stratford against Eau Claire Regis. And bringing up here for the Stratford Tigers is Jack Remus, playing right field and batting in the number 6 spot. Jack on the season is hitting .243 with 5 RBIs. And the pitch. And a call strike to Jack Remus. Jack playing right field tonight. Usually he's out in the left, as these athletes very versatile. And an off-speed pitch. Jack didn't quite get the timing on that one, so swing and a miss for strike 2. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Tiger Stadium. From the stretch. And the pitch. And down low for a ball. At Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is your top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation with professional service at Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas. Call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort system. And a foul ball here by Jack. Count remains at 1-2. McCoy with the pitch. And a shot right, one hopper to the second baseman, throws over to first and gets Jack by a step for out number 1. Or excuse me, that was Drew Gage. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yes, that was Jack.
Now batting, number 11, Christian Ream.
4-3, Jack goes. And Christian Ream now up for the Tigers. And Christian hitting 171 on the season. He's got 5 RBIs. And the pitch just missed. I forgot to mark down Drew grounding out to the third baseman last inning. That's where I got confused here. But we got it straightened out here now. McCoy delivers. Just missed. As Mason McCoy's not missing by that much. Mason with the delivery. And foul ball over the first base coach's head as he had to duck out of the way for that one. And the count remains 2-2. And the pitch. And a ground ball, the third. And easy throw for Vad Bresserman. Over to Brady Tarbox for out number 2.
Now batting, number 3,
Vance Kuhlman playing first base today. Usually Vance is over at third. But Vance hitting .209 on the season with 5 RBIs. He's got a couple doubles this season. And he's got a home run also this season. And a swing and a miss for strike 1. Tournament time just around the corner. In fact, this weekend, the Division 1 of the girls' regionals should be coming out. I know the Stratford girls will get a first-round bye in softball. They will get the winner of Spencer and I think Owen, if I'm not mistaken, and pitch down low for a ball. And the boys, they're about another week yet before that will be released. I think a week from this week from Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Their regional picks will be coming out. 3-1 count to first baseman Vance Kuhlman. And a shot out to left field and gets by the left fielder. And Vance going in with a stand-up double.
Now batting, number 8.
As
Matthew
Taiga
Shamefoo.
Kashimoto tried to make a little backhanded diving stop, but went underneath the glove and all the way to the wall. So as Vance gets a double, so the 2 hits the Tigers have so far in today's contest are for extra bases. And bringing to the plate is Matt Shanefoos in the number 9 spot. And just missing outside. Matt playing center field this afternoon. 2 down and runner in scoring position for the Tigers. As McCoy from the stretch delivers. Just down low. As Matt is hitting .276 on the season. With no RBIs, it'd be a great time to get an RBI here. And the ball gets by. And that'll be a wild pitch. And going into third is Vance Kuhlman on the wild pitch. So that is the second wild pitch that Mason McCoy has thrown in today's contest. As Matt gets set in the batter's box. And the pitch. And outside for ball 4. That is the second walk that Mason McCoy has given up today.
Batting, number 7.
And back to the top of the batting order for the Stratford Tigers, Jack Tubbs. Bases, they're at the corners as the catcher comes out, gives a signal what they want to do defensive-wise with runners at first and third. McCoy from the stretch. Short lead at first. And a base and a line shot to right field by Jack Tubbs. I thought it was going to drop down there, but just kept traveling and traveling. And for out number 3. So the Tigers get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. And after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 1 and the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers nothing. And you're watching non-conference baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium here in Stratford. And we'll tell you about Brock & Decker. When buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is a team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and like them on Facebook. And coming up for the Eau Claire Ramblers, who missed an opportunity to put some runs on the board by leaving the bases stranded full last inning, as Christian Ream got out of a big jam by striking out the last 2 batters. Christian has 6 strikeouts out of the possible 6 outs so far in this contest. And pitch comes in to the leadoff hitter, Brody Tarbucks as he struck out swinging back in the first inning. And a 1-1 count. And just missing outside. Two and 1 count to Brody Tarbucks. And the pitch by Ream. And a swing and a miss. As that fastball that Christian has, nobody can touch that really. And another fastball for a swing strikeout. As that is number 7 by Christian Ream.
Jamie Kotska.
As Jamie Kotska, one of the 2 seniors on this club, playing shortstop today for head coach Dave Nice. And hit by a pitch on the very first pitch to Jamie as Jamie gets on. And that is...
Now batting, number 15, Mac Pelsick.
That is the 6th batter Christian has hit this season. As Jamie down there trying to loosen himself up after being hit. But coach figures he's okay. And to stretch that out a little bit. It stings a little bit. Even with this cool breeze and you get hit by a pitch, it's going to sting a little bit. As Jamie's got a nice lead over at first there, about a good 4 or 5 steps, and goes. And a shot down the right field line, and it's fair. And rounding second is Jamie Kotska. And he goes into third. And runners at first and third now.
Now batting, number 14, Chase Pregame.
As you couldn't go out there and place that any better than what Matt hit down that first base line. So, runners at the corners now with 1 down, bringing up Chase Brogelman. And Chase had a double back in the second inning as he hit that out in the left center field power alley. And the first pitch comes in for a ball to Chase. Christian from the stretch. And the pitch. And upstairs. Eau Claire Regis threatening here in the third inning, just like they did the second, but came up short as Christian Ream struck out 3 in that second inning. And Ream faking each way. Thought he'd catch the runner at first there, off balance a little bit. As Christian gets a sign from Brady, and the delivery. And a call strike on the outside corner, letter high. And the count now 2-1. To Chase. Christian with the delivery. And down low and blocked. And that'll be a stolen base by Matt. And puts runners now at second and third with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. As Chase Brogelman taking a little time here to, well, he took his gloves off. Now he's got to tie his shoes. Puts his batting gloves back on. And I think he's just about set here. He's got a 3-1 count with 1 down here in the top of the third inning. And the pitch by Christian. And fouled off. and out of play. 3-2 count to Chase Brogleman, as Christian has 7 strikeouts so far in this contest, walked 1 and hit a batter. And the pitch. And a ground ball. And a dive by Riley Spindler. And just a low throw. I think he might have had that beaten out anyway. An infield, we'll give him an infield hit on that.
Now batting, number 3, Harrison Haas.
And runners at second and third stayed at their bases. So we have bases loaded again with 1 out, just like back in the second inning. And the first pitch comes into Harrison Haas, the second baseman, for a call strike, as Harrison had an infield hit and a stolen base back in the second inning. And the pitch. And upstairs to the left-hand hitting Harrison Haas. As the Ramblers have 4 hits against Christian Ream. And the pitch. And a little roller to second. Tubbs throws over to first to Keelman for out number 2. But scoring on the play is Kotska, and ties this contest up at 1, as it was a slow roller, and the only play was the first base to get Haas. So we have runners at second and third now for the Ramblers, and 2 down. And the first pitch comes in for a call strike to Braxton Tarbox, the sophomore. And the pitch upstairs. Christian takes a look, gets the sign from Brady, and the delivery just inside. Ball 2, 2-1. We're all knotted up at 1 here in the top of the third inning from Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And down, and that'll be a wild pitch, as that was in the dirt, and coming in to score is Matt Pollock. And the count now is 3-1. And going to third on the play is Brogleman. So Regis out on top, 2-1 here. Ream with the delivery. And upstairs for a ball. And puts runners at the corners. That's the second walk given up by Christian.
Now batting number 39, Brad Vesperman.
Now the third baseman, Brad Vesperman. Now batting for the Ramblers. As my program has number 39 as Joe Mueller and Vesperman as number 9, but I guess they decided to switch jerseys here, because I know the roster that the coach gave me had him as number 9. So, well, he was half right. The 9 was there. And the first pitch. And the pitch. And a fly ball out to right field. And camping under it for out number 3 is Jack Remus. But the Eau Claire Ramblers come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. As I'm trying to get my list out here for the sectionals. So Riley Spindler leading off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third inning. And McCoy still out on the mound, the left-hander. And first pitch comes in for a ball. And the next pitch by McCoy. Just down low. McCoy working out of the stretch. He's been working out of the stretch the whole ball game. Next pitch comes in for a call strike. 2-1 count to Riley Spindler. As the new poll will be coming out tomorrow. But the poll that came out last week, a lot of teams in this in the area in the polls. In fact, Wittenberg-Burningwood in Division III, the team the Tigers will be playing tomorrow here at Tiger Stadium, weather permitting. And next pitch comes in, and Riley Spindler gets on, so possible tying run with Riley at first.
Now batting, number 4.
Bringing up catcher Brady Berg. One swing of the bat here, and the Tigers could be right back in the lead, as Brady's capable of putting one out as he did last Friday against Reb Lake. And Spindler off and heading back. And, would have been a double play. But the hit and run was on. And Spindler took off, and I mean, he was like maybe 5-6 feet from second base. And making the catch out in right field was Boda. And went right off the first baseman's glove. Would have been an easy double play. But Tigers lucked out of that one, as Spindler with about 4 or 5 step lead. And first pitch into Jagger Orman is a call strike. Jagger popped out to second baseman back in the first inning. McCoy from the stretch takes a look over at first. Spindler with a nice little lead. And a throw over. And it gets by. And Spindler will go all the way to third on that. And a throwing error, as that throw was down low. And an error on the pitcher, as Spindler lucked out there because he was actually a dead duck on that. It was a great move by McCoy, but the throw was down low that first baseman Brody Tarbucks could not get to. And a foul ball into the screen by Orman. So the count now 0-2 to Jagger. And a runner at third with one down. Spindler with a nice lead and a ground ball. And a base hit up the middle. An RBI single by Jagger Orman brings in Spindler with a run to tie this contest up at 2 here in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting number 24, Drew Day.
So an RBI single by Jagger Orman, and that is Jagger's 13th RBI on the season. And Drew Gage now up, the designated hitter, ground out to the third baseman, and a shot to second for 1 and for 2, double play. 4-6-3 double play. But the Tigers get a run to tie this contest up thanks to a throwing error by the pitcher to send Spindler to third base, and Jagger Orman coming up with a big base hit up the middle to score Spindler to tie this game at 2 after 3 innings of play. So the Tigers come up with 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left. So after 3 complete innings of play, we're all knotted up at 2, and you're watching non-conference baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium. And we'll tell you a little bit about Phoenix Express LLC can help with your landscaping needs. They are proud to be part of the Stratford community and wish the Stratford Tigers good luck in today's game. Give them a call or find out more at PhoenixExpressLLC.com here in Stratford. And Mason McCoy leading off for the Ramblers here in the top of the 4th inning. Mason struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. And Christian Ream back on the mound. And first pitch comes down the pipe for a call strike. And the pitch by Ream. And for a ball. Yeah, in the polls in boys baseball, the only one in Division 1 was honorable mention by D.C. Everest. Nobody in Division 2. In Division 3, we had Wittenberg Burneywood, who I mentioned will be coming here to Stratford tomorrow to take on the Tigers. They are ranked 6th, and they were 15-2 at the time of the poll. And then in Fall Creek received honorable mention also. And next pitch outside to Mason McCoy. And in Division 4, beautiful Pacelli at number 1 at 16-2. They moved up 2 spots from number 3. And a pitch down low to McCoy to make it 3-2 on the board. And Ream with the delivery. And down low, and McCoy works a walk out of Christian Ream. And that is Christian's 3rd walk in today's contest. Bringing up the number 9 hitter, Griffin Broda, the right fielder. And Pittsville was number 7. And Loyal, outstanding ball club. I got to see them earlier this year against Marshville Columbus. And Randy Montalvo doing a great job over there at Loyal this year. And it's going to be a shame because Randy's going to be moving down to Arizona next year. So they'll be looking for a new coach. And a bunt down out in front of the plate. Berg with the pickup. Throws the first in time for out number 2. Or out number 1. And a sacrifice by Griffin. As McCoy heads over to second. And back to the top of the batting order. Brings up Brody Tarbox, as Brody has struck out twice in today's contest, left-handed hitter. And Rib Lake, who was ranked number 11, and as I mentioned, and a bunt and foul. And that was the team that Brady Berg pitched a no-hitter against last week. And, of course, Stratford and Auburndale, who had been in the poll in Division 4, dropped out of the poll. But I think looking at the sectional brackets and everything, Stratford will do quite well, and I think Auburndale will do quite well. Auburndale is in a very tough bracket. And hit by a pitch. That is the second batter that Christian has hit in today's contest. And we now have runners at first and second with 1 out. Bringing up the shortstop, Jamie Koska. Yeah, in that Division 3, I mean, looking at the records, Elk Mound is sitting 16-1. Fall Creek 13-7. Marathon 15-5. Boyceville 13-5. So, I'm figuring Stratford could be maybe a 4 seed out of that and get a first-round game in the tournament. But looking at the sectional this year will be in Augusta if Stratford advances that far. But Stratford's got the pitching to get that far. And the next pitch comes in for a strike. That's 0-2 to Jamie Koska, the shortstop, who has struck out and hit by a pitch and scored back in the third inning. And the pitch. And a pop-up. And that's out of play. But in that sectional, excuse me, that Auburndale is in. Auburndale, Bangor, Durant, Arkansas, Luthor, Melrose, Medora, Mondovi, Nacita, Neilsville, Grant, Nakusa, Osseo Fairchild. Auburndale's got actually a good bracket in there. But the one that Stratford is in, like I said, Marathon is in there also. So should be a very interesting sectional for the Stratford Tigers. And the same thing with Auburndale, because Bangor is in there, who had been honorable mention. Mondovi was ranked 9th. Viroqua's always got a good ball club down there. And call strike 3 to Jamie Koska. And that is strikeout number 8.
Number 15, Matt Pelchak.
As Matt Pelchak is now up. And he struck out in the first and a base hit and scored with a stolen base back in the third inning. And a swing and a miss. But yeah, regional play just around the corners. Regionals will start Thursday, May 29th, and Tuesday, June 3rd, and Wednesday, June 4th. Sectionals are Tuesday, June 10th. So looking forward to tournament time coming. And down low, and just jumping out of the way there was Matt, as he almost got hit. As Christian has hit 2 batters in this contest. Christian from the stretch. And the pitch. And a fly ball out to center field and caught there by the center fielder, Matt Shamefoos, for out number 3. So Tigers get out of a jam there. And Ramblers leave runners at first and second. They get no runs on no hits, a walk and a hit batsman, and no errors and left 2. So after 3.5 innings of play, we're still knotted up at 2 here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And you're watching high school baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your education out of the classroom and give New Spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
And we're back here at Stratford, and we're going to tell you a little bit about Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, and affordable service. So we're all knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, I've got a tickle in my throat here. But leading off for the Tigers is Jack Remus, the right fielder. Jack has grounded out to the second baseman. He'll be followed by Christian Ream and then Vance Kuhlman. As the Tigers have only 3 hits in this contest.
21, Jack
And
Remus.
the big thing is that the Ramblers have stranded 7 runners in this contest already. So Tigers getting out of trouble there. And leading off is Jack Remus, the right fielder. And the pitch upstairs, ball 1. But yeah, clouds are moving out. You would never guess that weather might get a little wet tomorrow, but beautiful evening here at Stratford. Next pitch upstairs, ball 2. McCoy gets the sign and down in the dirt for ball 2. McCoy getting the sign from Matt there behind the plate. And we got a little breeze coming in here, blowing my papers all over the place, and working a walk for the Tigers. And getting the leadoff man on is Jack Remus, as Jack heads down to first. And that is the fourth walk as Matt McCoy has walked the batter in every inning here. As a little conference out on the field here. And then what we'll do is we will tell you about ShedsDeliver.com. ShedsDeliver.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish workers. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDeliver.com. I stopped the other day at the one they've got in Marshfield on the south side of town, and those are really, really nice sheds they've got there. So stop by, take a look once, as the locations again are in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids. And Christian Ream at bat now. And Christian squares around and pulls it back for a ball, throw down to first, and Jack Remus back in time. As it's getting a little breezy up here all of a sudden. People would usually say it's my hot air that's blowing things around, but nah, not this time. And a throw over to first, and leaning the wrong way, and ball thrown away again, just like with Riley Spindler, and going all the way to third is Jack Remus. And a throwing here. Both times, the throw over to first was way to the right of the first baseman. And first base coach is out talking to, and Drew comes out. Drew Spaeth comes out to push away the first base coach. Didn't want him getting thrown out or anything, but he was discussing the pickoff move by McCoy. And once he does, bring his foot across the rubber, that throw has to be actually a direct step to first base. But once he goes across the rubber and starts going forward, he's got to come to the plate with it. Because otherwise he's deceiving the runner. And the pitch comes into Christian. A little outside. And so now the count is 2-0. As my papers are flying around here from the wind. Now I'll move it over through these other studs that are sitting here on the wall here. Maybe that'll block from the wind here. So, and a pitch called strike. No, I thought he called strike on that, but I guess not. Well, we've got a. Not sure what we've got for a count here. And fouled out of play. I'm thinking it's 2-2. 2-2 count. And the pitch. Well, I guess it was 3-2. Okay, so Ream works a walk. After all that confusion, we have runners at the corners.
Now batting,
And
number
a
3,
courtesy
Ed
runner.
Gilman.
Courtesy runner coming in
Stepping to
for
run is number
17, Trigby Aschenbrenner. Courtesy running for Christian Ream. As Trigby is a junior on this Tiger team. Played a little first base this year for the Tigers. And the pitch upstairs. High and away. As Tigers threatening here. The runners at first and third and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth in a 2-2 contest from Tiger Stadium here in Stratford. And next pitch, call strike. Right on the outside corner at the letters. McCoy from the stretch. And down in the dirt and blocked very nicely. There by Matt. McCoy, what's the delivery? And down low. And the count now 3-1. Walk here would load the bases for the Tigers here in the fourth inning. And from the stretch. And fouled off. 3-2 count to Vance Keelman. Vance doubled back in the second inning. That one out to left field. Big double here might score both of the runners here. And the pitch. And outside, ball 4, as 3 straight walks have loaded the bases here for the Tigers in the bottom of the fourth inning. And bringing up Matt Shanefoos.
Now batting, number 8, Matthew Shanefoos.
And as I mentioned before, Matt does not have an RBI yet this season. Now would be a good time. He has walked 7 times this year, so he's got a pretty good eye at the plate. And the first pitch comes in for a call strike. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. As he takes his bat and naps himself on the helmet there a little bit. Like, come on, I can make better contact than this. And from the stretch. And the pitch on an 0-2. And just missed. With a fastball. 1-2 count. As Christian Ream over with the rubber along the fence there to keep that arm loosened up. And swing and miss by Matt Shanefoos for out number 1. And that is actually the first strikeout that McCoy has this afternoon, I should say. So 1 down, back to the top of the batting order. Big time here for Jack Tubbs to get a hit. I think Jack has gotten a hit pretty much in every ball game this season. And the pitch. And just down low. Even a walk here would help the Tigers, as it would score a run. 2-0 count on Jack Tubbs. McCoy from the stretch. And the pitch. And outside, ball 3. As the infield is pretty much playing in. The corners are. And ball 4, and that's an RBI for Jack. And 4 of the 5 batters that have come to the plate
Now batting, number 2,
have walked
Riley
in this
Spindler.
contest, as Jack Tubbs walks and gets credit with an RBI. And bases remain loaded here for Riley Spindler here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as Riley had a solo shot homer to left in the first and walked and advanced on a pickoff move that the throw went down the first base line, went all the way to third, and scored on Jagger Orman's base hit to give the Tigers a 2-0 lead, or tie the contest up at 2. And so the conference is over with pitcher and catcher out there. As McCoy, ready, delivers, and down low for a ball. Defensive-wise, same way. Corners are up, and shortstop and second baseman at double play depth. McCoy from the stretch, and the pitch. And upstairs. As the Tigers take a lead on a bases-loaded walk to Jack Tubbs here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers up 3-2. McCoy from the stretch, and the pitch. And down low. And Riley working the count to 3-0. And the pitch. And down in the dirt. Knocked down nicely by the catcher. But ball 4 will score another run as Riley gets his second RBI of the contest. As the Tiger batters being very patient at the plate. As Coach Nice pulls his pitcher now. And that will be it for Mason McCoy. And now pitching. And let's see what we have for defensive changes here now. Number 14, we have Brogelman, the DH, is now playing second base. And I'm thinking second baseman, number 10. The shortstop, Casca, is now pitching. And playing short must be as the first baseman is warming up out there also. That is number 1. And the wind has blown my papers onto the floor again. And let's see what we have here. Tarbox is still at first. Not sure who's at short. as warming up is the shortstop, Jamie Koska, is warming up. And we'll tell you a little bit about Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for the patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshville office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. So we're here in the bottom of the fourth inning with a pitching change.
Number 4, Brady Bird.
And Brady Berg coming to the plate. And so the second baseman moved to short, and the DH, Chase Brogleman, and a long fly. Gone! A grand slam. Home run, Brady Berg. And that is Brady's second home run in 2 games, as he takes the first pitch and puts it over the right field wall and gives the Tigers a 7-2 lead. What a greeting to give new pitcher Jamie Koska, as Brady took that first pitch and put it right out of the ballpark here, as Brady was ready for that pitch. And we'll, if Tigers win this one here, we'll talk to Brady later on him and Riley on their shots. But a grand slam home run by Brady Berg to give the Tigers a 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. As soon as he made contact with that, you had a good idea that was out of the ballpark. It sounded so sweet. So we're coloring in the little squares here, as the Tigers have come up with 6 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And coming to the plate now is Jagger Orman. And Jagger is 1 for 2 on the day. Popped out to the second baseman in the first and a base hit in the third. And fly ball off the wall, and going into second with a stand-up double is Jagger Orman, as he's got his second hit.
Now batting number 24.
And Drew Gage, the DH. Drew is 0 for 2. Grounded out to the third baseman in the first and hit into a double play back in the third. As the Tigers' bats are coming alive here in the fourth inning. Actually, it was the help of 5 walks by Mason McCoy. And Koska gets a rude greeting as Brady Berg took the first pitch and put it over the right field wall for a grand slam home run. And a 0-1 count now to Drew Gage, Koska, as Gage fouls it off. That shot by Brady woke up the crowd here today, I'll tell you that. There was just a howl when he hit that one. And pitch. We're not going to call that inside. That was kind of the backside of Drew Gage on that one. So the count now 1-2. Drew's got a couple doubles this year, those coming late here in the season. Yeah, his bat is starting to come around. He started out a little slow but actually has been pitching very, very well this year. And ground ball to third, and gets by the third baseman, and shot down to third, and we'll give him an RBI on that.
Now batting number 21, Jack Remus.
As an RBI single by Drew Gage. Puts him at first base now as the Tigers have batted around the order here, and Jack, coming up the second time here in the inning, walked and scored in this inning. And they're going to say he won a round. Tigers with 3 hits in this inning. A single by Drew Gage, a double by Jager Orman, and the grand slam by Brady Berg has put 7 runs on the board here in the 4th inning. As Kotska, and fouling it back is Jack Remus. Jack playing right field today for the Tigers. Kotska taking his time out on the mound, getting the sign, and the pitch, and a shot to short, bobbles it, steps on the bag for 1, and not in time for the second one. So, fielder's choice for Jack Remus.
Now batting number
Force out at second.
11, Christian Ream.
As Jamie Kotska as Haas is now at second, or excuse me, at short. And squaring the bunt and going down, and with a stolen base is Jack Remus. And we'll take a look at the stats here and see how many he's got on the season here. Jack with his 6th stolen base on the season. From the stretch, Kotska upstairs for a ball. Kotska with the delivery and foul back into the screen. Christian Ream. Christian grounded out to the third baseman back in the second, walked and scored here in the 4th. Tigers with 7 runs here in the 4th inning to open this game up, 9-2. As Regis had led 2-1 going into the bottom of the 3rd, and a swing and a miss by Christian Ream. Puts the count now at 2-2. Kotska looks at second. And half swing down the first base line, foul. Regis will be in action tomorrow and also on Thursday as they take on Fall Creek in 2 big ball games where they could possibly tie for the Clover Belt Conference Championship with Bloomer. Bloomer, a sure thing already. They have their season, conference season has been completed. So if Eau Claire Regis or Fall Creek wins both games, they will tie with Bloomer. And Christian works a walk, and that
Now
is
batting, number 3, Vance Keelman.
the 6th walk given up by Regis pitchers here in the 4th inning. And 9th overall. And coming to the plate is Vance Keelman. Vance 1 for 1 on the day. A double back in the 2nd and walked and scored in the 4th. From the stretch. And the pitch. And fouled out of play. Door Pro Stratford is your complete commercial and residential overhead door sales and service provider. If you need new garage doors or yours isn't working just right and needs an adjustment, stop and see them on Highway 153, just east of Stratford. Give them a call or like them on Facebook. And a chopper back to the mound and throw over to first for the 3rd out. But a big inning for the Stratford Tigers, as they come up with 7 runs on 3 hits and 1 error and 2 men left. And so after 4 complete innings of play from Tiger Stadium in Stratford, it's the Stratford Tigers 9 and the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers 2. And you're watching High School Baseball on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
And we're back here at Stratford, and we're going to tell you a little bit about Stratford Homes. Take the first step to building your customized home with Stratford Homes. Visit StratfordHomes.com to see floor plans, schedule a tour, or begin the design of your new customized home. From Stratford Homes, visit StratfordHomes.com today to get started.
Now batting, number 14, Chase Brogleman.
And leading off for the Ramblers here in the top of the 5th inning is Chase Brogleman. As Chase, we've got him down going 2 for 2 in this contest, as he has 2 of the 4 hits that the Ramblers have today. He has been DHing, and he has a double back in the 2nd and an infield hit in the 3rd. And first pitch comes in high for ball 1. Christian Ream on the mound. And a call strike, as Christian doing an outstanding job today. He's got 8 strikeouts. In fact, he had 6 in the first 2 innings of today's contest. And a swing and a miss. Swinging from the heels is Chase. And the count 1-2. And following off. And count remains 1-2. To the sophomore for the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers. As I mentioned, they only have 2 seniors on this ball club. They should be pretty good for the next couple years here. They've got a big sophomore class and a big freshman class. And ball gets away from Brady. And ball 2. And the Tigers with 4 seniors, 3 that only saw action this year, as Alex Chapel was on the bench with moral support. I mean, Alex, he's that kind of player. You know, he's there for support. He didn't want to take any chances of, ripping that shoulder up, and but he wants to get ready for his college career. And fouling it off is Chase Brogleman. as he will be actually over in the Eau Claire area next year playing for the Blue Gulls at UW Eau Claire. As Christian Ream shakes his head, no, don't want that pitch, shakes his head, yes, and we got a time in the batter's box here as Chase figures Christian was taking too much time out there. So gets back in the box. Christian steps off the rubber. We can play this game back and forth, he says. And delivers. And fouls it off. And stays alive. Count remains 1-2. And 1-2 count. And back in play. Christian from the windup. And the pitch. And a fly ball down the right field line. And going foul. Hustling after that was Jack Remus. But just out of his reach. Fleet Farm, no matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered. At the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest price. From Fleet Farm in Marshfield. And Christian Ream with the delivery. And a fly ball. And falling in front of, in left center field, in front of Jack Remus. And Chase with his third hit of the ball game. He's got 3 of the 5. And the leadoff hitter on for the Ramblers here in the top of the 5th inning with the Tigers leading 9-2. Bringing up left-hand hitting senior Harrison Haas. Harrison with an infield hit and grounded out to second in today's contest. Chase over at first with about a 3.5, 4 step down low. Nice stop by Brady. Christian from the stretch. And the pitch. And just missing that outside corner. 2-0. And throw over to first. And back in time there is Chase. Ramblers scored their 2 runs back in the 3rd inning as they sent 6 batters to the plate. Big hit coming up by Harrison Haas, who's up right now. He's got an RBI. Ream with the delivery. And little line shot to Jack Tubbs. Throws over to first, but back in time. Head first is Chase Brogelman as Harrison Haas lines out to Jack Tubbs at second base for out number 1. Bringing up Braxton Tarbox as Braxton has struck out swinging in the 2nd and walked in the 3rd. And Braxton fouls that one off. And nice size lead over there at first by Chase. And down in the dirt, blocked partially. And that'll be a wild pitch by Chase. Yeah, I feel a little lost tonight. My phone died on me today, so I'm going to have to go out shopping for a new phone tomorrow. So, and from the stretch, and low and away. If anybody knows any good deals on the cell service. You can call me at home. My number's in the book, in the Marshville book, so just give me a call and tell me about the good deals. But do it tomorrow when my wife's not home. And line shot out to right field and bounces right in front of Jack Remus. And going to third is Chase. And a base hit by Braxton Tarbox to right field. So runners at the corners with one down, bringing up Brad Vesperman, the third baseman. Brad has walked in the second and flew out to right in the third. Right-handed hitter. One of the 5 sophomores that's starting in this lineup for the Ramblers. And he fouls it off. They have 5 sophomores, 1 freshman, 2 seniors, and a junior starting in this lineup for the Eau Claire Ramblers. So they look pretty set for quite a while. And could be a 2. Yes, it is. A 4-6-3 double play. Sets the Ramblers down here in the 5th inning. Ramblers come up with no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left. And after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 9 and the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers 2. And you're watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
What does that mean? We're back? Okay, we're back. John gives me the thumbs up. We are back for the start of the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Tigers are up by 7 in this contest. 9-2, thanks to a big 7-run 4th inning that the Tigers had. They were helped along with 6 walks in that inning by Eau Claire pitching. And, of course, the grand slam by Brady Berg gave 7 big runs in that inning to break open a 2-2 tie. And starting for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 4th inning will be the center fielder, Matt Shanefoos, as Matt has walked in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th. And laying one down, and it's a beauty. And it'll be a base hit and an error on this one, as Matt comes up with a big base hit. Base hit and a throwing error.
Now batting, number 7, Jack Tubbs.
So, runner in scoring position here, and Jack Tubbs up. Jack 0 for 2 on the day, but scored a run back in the 4th. He popped out to the first baseman in the 1st in foul territory, lined out to the right fielder, and walked and scored in the 4th. Jack coming into this ball game was hitting, I think, right around .520 on the season. As Jack most likely will make all-conference and make all-conference all 4 years. And a fly ball in the power alley, off the wall. That's going to score a run. And Jack coming up with a big stand-up double, RBI double, to the power alley of left field.
Now batting, number 2, Riley Spindler.
As Jack coming up with a big hit here to give the Tigers an 8-run lead here now in the top or the bottom of the 5th inning. And Riley Spindler, who has already had a solo homer, walked twice, and scored a total of 3 times in this contest, comes to the plate. So actually, you're looking at, say, the first 4 batters they've got here of Tubbs and Spindler and Berg and Orman, definitely all conference selections this year. And a shot, third, and back in time is Jack Tubbs, as Riley hit a rope to third. And making a great play is Brad Vasperman, but really good base running by Jack Tubbs as he got back into second to avoid that double play. And coming up, Brady Berg, as Brady walked, stole a base in the first, flew out to the right fielder in the third, and hit a grand slam in the fourth. And takes the first pitch down and gets by the catcher. And going and staying at second is Jack Tubbs. Maybe Jack still getting his wind back after sliding back into second base there. As Kotska with the delivery. And a pop-up down the first base line. First baseman and second baseman says he'll take it for out number 2. So 2 down as Jagger Orman comes to the plate. As Jagger is 2 for 3 on the day. Popped out to the second baseman in the first, base hit in the third, and doubled and scored in the fourth. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, and a 1-0 count to Jagger Orman. And pitch catches the inside corner with a fastball. Kotska came in the 4th inning after McCoy had walked 5 of the 6 batters he had faced, and a ground ball to first, and steps on the bag at first for out number 3. But the Tigers come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And so, after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 10 and the Eau Claire Ramblers 2. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
And we're back here at Stratford as Christian and Brady out there talking, just about finishing up their warm-up pitches. As we're going to tell you, we started out the game with Country Wireless, and we're going to end it with the last ad that I'm going to read to you, except for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. But attention, Stratford area residents, Country Wireless now has blazing fast service to your connected house. Streaming, gaming, movies, TV, and more is now better than ever with Country Wireless, with download speeds of up to 100 megabytes per second. Now is the time to visit countrywireless.com and get blazing fast internet with Country Wireless. And leading off for the Ramblers here in the top of the 6th inning is Mason McCoy, as he started on the mound. And let's see here. Yes. As Mason went to second base, if I'm not mistaken. But Mason, a left-handed hitter. Pitch upstairs. And works the count to 2-1 here in the top of the 6th inning from Stratford. And Mason fouls it off. Looks like might be bringing in another pitcher for the Ramblers here in the 7th inning, as we've got, let's see if I can get the glasses on him down there and see who that is. The fence is kind of in the way, so I can't really read the number of who it is, but we have somebody warming up in the Rambler bullpen down there. 2-2 count to Mason McCoy. Ream with the delivery and just misses outside. 3-2 count here in the top of the 6th inning. Wind up and the pitch and a swing and a miss. And that is Christian's first strikeout. Well, he had one here in the 4th inning. That would be number 9, and that's the Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. And we've got timeout here as Drew Gage comes out, and looks like Christian's going to finish his day. He must be right around that 100 pitch mark, as he gets a nice hand and finishes with 9 strikeouts in today's game. He's given up 2 runs on 6 hits, and he has walked. He's walked 3 and hit a batter. Actually, he's hit 2, I think, if I remember right. Yes, he hit 2 in the contest. And now pitching is number 7, and that would be Jack Tubbs. Jack Tubbs now pitching. In fact, that is his first appearance on the mound this year. And over at second base is if he could move his arm, I could read his number. Move it up a little higher. Number 3, it looks like. And that would be, well, Vance Keelman has gone now to second base. So Keelman is at second. Now we have to find out who's over at first. Is that Trigby over there? That's Aschenbrenner, okay. And so Trigby Aschenbrenner is over at first base, and Trigby will go into Christian's spot in the batting order. Okay, so we've got that all straightened out here now. We got paperwork done, and coming to the plate is number 17. That would be Griffin Broda, the freshman. And a shot out the right field as the young freshman gets a base hit. He's 1 for 2 now on the day. He had struck out and he had a sacrifice back in the fourth. And he gets a base hit to off of Jack Tubbs right away. I figure Coach Spaeth wants to save some pitching just in case he has to use it tomorrow against Wittenberg-Berniewood. And they're talking about a little over a quarter of an inch of rain, but it's supposed to be a steady rain all day tomorrow. Slow, steady rain. And Jack bounces that one in, knocks down by Brady. And pitch by Jack Tubbs is up. It's 2-1 count now. Here in the 6th inning. Nice sizable lead over at first. And Jack just misses the outside corner. As the Tigers lead here 10-2 in the top of the 6th inning here from Tiger Stadium in Stratford. And a swing and a miss. As my paper's flying around, I put my binoculars finally on the paper here. And as Mr. Berg helps me back here, figures I need all the help I can get. And we're at the top of the order where Brody and Jack gets a strikeout. And the dugout goes crazy, folks. And that's the first strikeout by Jack, and that's the second out here of the inning. Bringing up
Now batting number 10, Jamie
the
Koska.
pitcher, Jamie Koska. And Jamie has struck out in the first, was hit by a pitch and scored in the third, and struck out in the fourth. We'll see if Jack can get back-to-back strikeouts here. And bounces one. Let me see. The distance is 60 feet 6 inches from pitcher's mound to home. I would say that was more like about a 55er that he threw. So it was bounced well and went all the way back to the backstop. And going to second on the play was Griffin Broda. This is the first time Jack has thrown this season. And he is responsible for the runner at second base. And fly ball out to center field, and I mean a long fly ball. But catching it out there is Matt Shanefoos to save Jack of giving up another hit. But it's the third out for the Stratford Tigers here. And no runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left. So after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 10 and the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers 2. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today.
We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals.
Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Oh, we're back again. All right, we're back here at Tiger Stadium. And Chris Berg was up here, who is the father of Brady Berg. And Chris's dad, Don, if anybody knows Don in the Stratford area here or even in the Marshfield area, he is the father of Scotty Berg, who owns Scotty's Pizza. And if you get a chance, give him a call tomorrow. He turns 84 tomorrow. So happy birthday, Don. He is here. Him and Dorothy are here at the ballpark. They follow the grandkids all over the place. When the grandkids were in ice skating and all sports, you see them in the coldest weather during football season. They follow them and bless them. I mean, they 80-some years old and they're following the grandkids. I mean, they're just fantastic people. So if you get a chance, wish Don a happy birthday tomorrow. His 84th birthday. So, and the first pitch comes into, let's see here. Colton Haupt is now hitting and knocked down by pitcher and thrown to first for the first out as he was batting for Jagger Orman. And
now batting number 21. Jack.
Excuse me, he was hitting for Drew Gage. And now Jack Remus is up. And a pitch upstairs has brushed back a little bit. Jack Remus up now, count at 1-1 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And the pitch. And a call ball. As Trigby Ashburner's next batter on deck. Trigby came in to play first base here for the Tigers. And a ground ball in the hole, base hit. As Jack gets a base hit, and he's now 1 for 3 in the contest. Bringing up Trigby Aschenbrenner.
Now batting number 17, Trigby Aschenbrenner.
So one down here. So with one down here in the bottom of the sixth inning, and the Tigers leading 10-2. And Trigby Aschenbrenner. And Trigby, let's see what his numbers are on the year so far. Trigby hitting 200 on the season with an RBI. And on a wild pitch, Jack Remus heads to second. And so we've got a count of 1-2 from the stretch and the pitch. And a ground ball to third. And foul ball, just foul. Would have been a tough play anyway. Yes, hustling back is Trigby. Count remains 1-2 on Trigby Aschenbrenner. This is actually the 8th game as Trigby has appeared in this season. And the pitch. Pitch upstairs. And the pitch. And Trigby gets on base. hit by a pitch. And now we have runners at first and second with one out. And we have time here as Ramblers want to have a little conference out on the mound out there. As head coach Dave Nice heads out there to have a little talk. Coming up after the ball game will be the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. That's Nasonville Dairy with those delicious fresh cheese curds daily, made daily. And you can get those Nasonville cheese curds at a lot of the convenience stores around central Wisconsin. I know the Senex down here has them in Stratford. I know you can go to the BP in Marshfield. Weiler's has them. Pretty much all the convenience stores have them in the Marshfield area. Or you can head right out to the dairy out there also and get them out there. And they have a lot of different variety of cheese curds out there. They've even got the ranch style cheese curds. My daughter and my wife just love those ranch cheese curds, and so, but yeah, they enjoy those immensely. So yeah, stop out at the dairy and treat yourself to those delicious cheese curds out there, and a lot of different variety of cheeses also. If you watch the ad on the post-game show here, Kenny Hyman will read those. I don't know how he can remember all the cheeses that they have out there as he rambles those babies off. Just there's got to be at least 20, 25 of them, and he just pops them right off the top of his head. And out there pitching now for the Ramblers is, well, let's see here, would be number 1. That would be Brody Tarbox is out on the mound now for the Ramblers. As let's see.
Now batting, number 3, Vance Hillman.
Koska went he pitched 3 innings total. And the first pitch comes in. It's a ball to Vance Keelman. If Tigers can score 2 runs here, it will be the 10-run rule. And the count now is 2-0. As Brody Tarbox is on the mound. And pitch upstairs. No count. And a call strike to Vance Keelman. Vance 1 for 2 on the day with a double in the second, walked and scored in the fourth, and grounded out to the second baseman and just walked now to load the bases.
Now batting, number 8, Matthew Shanefoos.
As Matthew Shanefoos 1 for 2 today, as he has walked, struck out, and doubled in and scored in the 5th inning. So good day for Matthew. And fouls it off. As Matthew playing a real good center field out there today for Coach Drew Spaeth. And the pitch. And a shot as the run scores. And they'll hold the runner up at third. And bases loaded, run scores. As Jack Remus puts the 11th run on the board.
Tubbs.
As Matt Shanefoos with 2 hits today. And bases remain loaded. And back to the top of the order, and Jack Tubbs. And a base hit here will, or even a walk, would end this contest. And fly ball goes off the glove of the left fielder, and run will score, and that will be the ball game. As an E7 will end this.
And that will be the ball game tonight, folks. The final score is 12 Stratford and 2
And
Regis.
so the Tigers come up with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 3 men left on base.
Thank you
So
for coming out tonight, and
the final
everyone
score
keep
here
safe.
from Stratford
And now, how about a
is the
song?
Stratford
And
Tigers
let's do it
12
like they did down in Chicago when Harry
and
Taylor
the
was
Eau
singing.
Claire
It'll take me out to the ball game.
Eau Claire
Are you ready? One,
Regis Lambers
that's
2.
2,
And so
that's 3.
the Tigers come away with a very good win, a good pitching performance by Christian Ream, as he pitched an outstanding ball game. And so we will talk to Coach Drew Spaeth, and we'll pick out a couple players of the game right after we hear from the Nasonville Dairy. Coming up next is the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. The Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. And today's game has been brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Sure, exactly. 200 kids out of the town is 50. Yeah, exactly. Like it or not, they have a better anyway. Oh, yeah, when you think about it.
And we're back here at Tiger Stadium, and with me is head coach Drew Spaeth. And Drew, very decisive victory, a 12-2 victory, a big win for you guys. It took a while to get things going, but you took advantage of the 10 walks that they had, the 2 big errors, which was the throwing errors on pickoff moves. But Christian actually pitched a great ball game. The way he started out, I mean, the first inning, he gets 3 strikeouts on 11 pitches. I was looking for the Immaculate Conception, that Jordan had many years ago in the majors. But yeah, a great outing by Christian and the rest of your ball club.
Yeah, Christian had a really good outing again. He's really maturing as a freshman, which is tough for a kid his age. But we talk about the mental toughness, keeping the ball over the plate, just controlling what we can control. And, he worked out of some jams. Really proud of how he handled himself and just to give our boys a chance to win. Offensively, I really liked our approach. It took us a little bit until the runs started coming, but I thought we had a lot of hard outs. And then we just talked to the boys. Once again, that mental toughness is you might hit a ball hard and they might catch it. We just got to stay where we're at and, kind of move on and stay that level-headed. And then later on, we got some to fall, and I was really proud of how our boys drove the ball and then also limited the strikeouts. So overall, I thought we played a good, complete game.
Yeah, actually, you look at the strikeouts. I mean, you guys didn't actually strike out until the 4th inning during that run there, and you only struck out once in the ball game. So and you were very patient with up at the plate also with those 10 walks and only striking out once. I mean, that's a heck of a ratio.
Yeah, we've been really preaching that in practice and throughout our season is giving our hitters the best chance to be productive up at the plate. In high school baseball, we really just want to focus on, putting the ball in play and swinging it at our pitch. And throughout the year, I think we've done a pretty good job of limiting the strikeouts. But right now we're just working one day at a time to hopefully get ourselves better, to give ourselves a chance to make a nice run in the playoffs here coming up.
All right. Thanks, Drew, and good luck tomorrow against Wittenberg-Burningwood. We will be back here tomorrow also if the rain holds off. But, we'll be back, and then during the playoffs. And I think with the playoffs coming up also, I'm looking at you guys maybe looking at the other teams in that bracket and all that. I'm looking at you at about a 4 seed and hosting a regional.
Yeah, we had our playoff seeding meeting last night. We ended up getting a 3. I believe we'll be hosting Colfax on the 29th. We have a 14-team regional. A lot of really tough competitive teams, kind of like our conference. So I think playing in the Merriwood is going to help prep us for the playoffs. But once again, we just got to make sure that we're giving ourselves a chance to win and playing our clean defensive game. And if we can do that, I think we're going to be a tough out.
Well, and I think playing in that Merriwood Conference also gave you that advantage of getting a 3 seed out of that also.
Yeah, we talked about this numerous times. Whether it was the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, I think our conference, baseball-wise, is one of the tougher ones for small schools in the whole state. And because of that, I think it teaches the mental toughness. We get to see some really good arms. And all that really, I think, will hopefully prepare us for a nice run in the playoffs.
All right, Drew. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. All I need now is Bergman and Riley here. Well, I'd say I'd go by age-wise here, but you're both in the same class, so it's kind of different. But I'll start with you first, Riley, and say the best. I don't want to really say best for last, but we'll go this route. Riley, did you feel that one was out of here when you hit that one?
I kind of had a feeling it was. It didn't feel as good as marathons, but you still run them out so that in case it hits the wall, you don't look like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, actually, I had to read off the left fielder there. He just kept running, and I figured it had to have a chance in order to get out of here. So
yeah, put a good swing on it and gave her a ride.
So you guys took advantage of all the big walks that was in this contest. I mean, they had 10 walks given up to you guys, and you guys were very patient at the plate today.
Yeah, I mean, I think a big part of that was they got down early. If they would have thrown first strike, maybe it would have looked a little different. But when you get down 2-0, 3-0, I mean, you're kind of looking for a strike then before you start swinging.
Sure.
So.
All right, you stick around. We're going to do in the house yet. And what can I say? Nice hit. Now, that's a heck of a greeting to give the pitcher. You take that first pitch, and you drive it out of the ballpark here. I mean, what a shot! And seriously, when it came off the bat, I mean, I could hear it from up there. It was a sweet shot, and you knew right away it was out of here.
Yeah, I kind of did. When I was catching that, he was their second batter. He had these cool sunglasses on, so I said, "Hey, nice glasses." So I was getting friendly with him. So then we kind of laughed after I hit that one. It was pretty funny.
Also, I want to congratulate you on that no-hitter last week against Rib Lake, a very, very good opponent, in fact, also of Rib Lake. And it's actually the first no-hitter in about 2 years from a Stratford ball player. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I have to credit my catcher, Jagger Ormond. It's tough to stay in front of some of the balls that he has to block from me. And I have to give him even more credit for not getting frustrated with me in that first inning. I think I threw eight balls for my first 1 strike. So credit to him for dealing with that for the first little bit.
And the thing is, you walked 4 in that ball game, and so you kept your composure, to stay loose and throw a great ball game.
Right. It doesn't pay to start pouting on the mound, because that only makes you look worse, and then that only gives the other team more encouragement. If you look calm, cool, and collected up there, then they're going to think that you're in your zone still and that you're ready to fire it at them.
All right, exactly. We'll be back tomorrow night with Wittenberg-Burningwood if the rains hold off, but I'm going to put both of you guys in the house. You know how this is done, and you guys do it any way you want to.
You can say it first.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Brady Berg.
I'm Riley Spindler.
And we're in the house.
Thanks, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Have a good night.
And that is it for us here from Stratford as the Stratford Tigers take down the Eau Claire Regis Ramblers by a score of 12-2, as the big output was 7 runs in that 4th inning, and the big hit Brady Berg's grand slam home run. So